We're so pleased to welcome back on set Melissa Arrighi, who's the town manager for the town of Plymouth. Welcome back, Miss Melissa.
Thank you.
We haven't had you here in a while, so lots to catch up on. Anything significant came out of town meeting?
We had a lot of great articles come out of town meeting. Fall town meeting, it's surprising because you do more business there than you used to in the past and more capital projects. So yes, I think that there were many projects that have come out of fall town meeting. I'm embarrassed to admit a little bit we haven't completed all that follow-up yet.
That's
Sometimes
okay.
you're well into the next town meeting and still working on these projects. But I think that we did accomplish a lot and it was a positive town meeting.
Absolutely. The waterfront. Talk to me about the waterfront.
There's so much happening down the waterfront. I feel like every time I come on the show, I talk about construction projects in this town. But it's true, from one end of the town to the other, and the waterfront is no exception. You see how DCR is working on their park right now, and it was a little invasive during the last events for Thanksgiving. But it worked.
Crowded. Yep.
It's going to be beautiful.
Yeah.
The same with Coles Hill, as well as the project that the 400th is looking at doing at the top. So I think that we're going to see real improvements down there by next summer, in addition to the fact that we're working on the dredging. So a lot of people are able to both see it and some of them are hearing it a little bit. They are working 24 hours a day. This is almost a $16 million project.
Right.
So
how long does that project last?
Oh, it's going to be a couple of years. Yeah. It really is. I think that, I don't want to say this early in the game, the schedule is looking really good right now.
Yeah.
So as long as they can keep that activity up, this is something that we will benefit from within 2 years.
Right. And it goes all through the winter. They don't stop.
They will continue to work.
And where does all the silt go?
So there's different places that will bring the dredging material. For the town of Plymouth, once we do the local dredging around Mayflower 2, around that area, we'd like to bring all that material. We'd like to keep that in town and bring it to our capped landfill. We're still working on the permitting for that, but I think that David Gould will make it happen.
Yes, because that's very rich material that you're getting.
Yeah, the material has some issues. Dredging material does. It's not 100% clean, but I think if it's of a certain quality, we'll be able to keep it in town.
Absolutely. Now the dam, Holmes Dam that David Gould's working on?
Holmes Dam is a fantastic project. If you haven't had a chance to go down Summer Street, you really should, because it's been destruction over the last month or so. You just see all that, the dam coming down, you see the parking lot all ripped up, you see the skate park down, but David was saying in a recent meeting that now you're going to start to see the rebuilding of it, and it's going to be lovely when it's done. And he's working pretty closely with Public Works because we'd like to go to Springtown meeting to do some more work at Jenny Gristmill. And you will eventually, once we're able to do the lighting and the improvements and the changes and the new footbridge, you're going to be able to tie all this walking path together, and it's going to be gorgeous.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Excellent. Maritime Facility. What about this?
So I feel like this is the David Gould show right now, but we are
That's okay.
We are working on the Maritime Facility. We'll take that little old beautiful Harbor Master shack, which I love, and I think a lot of us have a soft spot for. And that will become both a storage area, and we'll most likely have one of the Harbor Masters stationed there in the summer, because that's a very busy area. And we will break ground on the new Maritime Facility. They're working on completing the plans now. And this surprised me, but that building will be up and functioning in 14 months. That seemed quick for the public sector, but that is the schedule for it.
And what's going to be in the building?
Oh, so you will have transient bathrooms, which include laundry facilities, showers for all those weekend boaters that come in.
Excellent.
It will be the envy, I think, of some of the other communities that haven't done this yet, where you want people to come and visit and stay for at least an overnight.
Sure.
It will have public restrooms, which we always need more of, although the ones at Town Hall have been very successful for the events that we've had. And then, of course, it will have the Harbor Masters functions themselves in a meeting room, an education room.
Excellent. And where exactly is this located, the new building?
So the new building is in that section of land. It's hard to picture if you haven't looked at the maps of it, but it's in that section of land that is, go back to the state boat ramp parking lot behind East Bay Grill. It's that strip of land that is right there.
Great location for it. Excellent. Lots of stuff about roofs and HVAC.
Not the most exciting, but
this is exciting.
We have 32 public buildings. That doesn't count any of the schools. And like your homes, you know, you get 20 years or so out of a roof. Your HVAC systems in these large buildings, they need to be upgraded. They're so complicated now. Even when we built the new town hall, as we're building the new fire station, the new schools, building code alone requires you to build such sophisticated systems that your own staff isn't able to maintain these. This is something that you have to have a contract for. So with the old HVAC systems, they need serious upgrades.
Yeah.
And I think it's hard when people look at a place like the police station
Yeah.
or the library. In many ways, when you look at the outside, it still looks beautiful and brand new. It
Sure.
isn't.
Right.
So it's expensive
Yeah.
to do all these systems and upgrades. But it's something that in this budget, and I think starting last year and really over the next 3 or 4 years, we need to make a huge commitment that our budget has to be about protecting, preserving, and building our capital assets, what we already own in this community, and improving them, whether that is our parks, even if it means that we have to reduce the number, whether it's our parks with handicap accessibility and improving the playground equipment, to the cemeteries that we have now, to the buildings. We really need to make a better commitment to that, and we're going to try and work the budget around that theme over the next couple of years.
And maintenance will be built into that so that you know when something has to be worked on. So before it breaks, you make sure it's fixed.
Right.
Yeah,
We
it's kept
commit
up.
to it.
Yeah,
So we
exactly.
don't let those articles, we try really hard not to have those articles fail town meeting, because we marry a schedule and then we keep to it. One of the biggest steps that we've taken in that direction is by hiring the new facilities manager. That took a while, a couple of years for a town meeting to agree that something that needs to be done, but they do seem all in now.
Oh, sure.
So we'll start to, at this last town meeting, we're looking at a new position which will provide for some HVAC oversight. And an operations manager. I think you're going to see in future budgets that we get an electrician on board. Now, I do think we need to do a better job coordinating and sharing resources with the schools.
Yes.
But of course, they're busy too with their,
Right.
what is it, 12 schools now, so 12 buildings,
Yeah, crazy.
including 11 Lincoln Street.
So let's talk about that. So 11 Lincoln Street, which used to be your old town hall, used to be your home. Tell me all about the rehab and the redevelopment of that for the school department.
You know, I have to give the school a lot of credit. They can be really impressive when they bring in students and some of the resources they have available to them through staff. If you get a chance to go through 11 Lincoln Street, not that it wasn't a beautiful building when we were there, but it looks fantastic inside. I think that the school is thriving on the basement level. I believe they've moved in facilities operations, school administration building, although they haven't left South Meadow Street yet. I think you're going to see them in 11 Lincoln Street by the spring. They've made some great improvements with putting walls up, cleaning up the space. We tried to hold an auction and get rid of a lot of our old furniture that was in there. Wasn't as successful as we would have liked to see, so we do have to still do a clean out for them.
Yeah. Now, what about the buildings or where they're currently housed? What is going to happen to those?
The Oak Street site had facilities management in it from the schools.
Yep.
That building will be put up for sale.
Okay.
Now, we did show it to the Chamber of Commerce recently to
Yes.
see if they would have some interest in it, and I don't know what that looks like.
Okay.
I don't know if that would be some kind of lease.
Yep.
Certainly, they wouldn't have the kind of money to be able to purchase it.
Right.
However, is that a function that would work well there?
Yep.
We are looking at going out for sale, lease, or whatever that is, sometime in January. Really want to do it prior to December. I just haven't been able to get to it. And then the South Meadow building, again, I think that there would be options to sell that. It's in a great area for commercial development. But I have heard some rumblings that there may be a school that is interested in the site or a school function.
Oh.
So that would be something we could consider leasing to them.
Absolutely.
But we have to take a look at the dollar and cents on that first.
Right. Absolutely. Okay. What else? Selling Oak Street. What are we selling on Oak Street?
So that's the school administration building that I was
that's
just
the one we were just talking about.
mentioning.
Okay. Now, the budget for 2019, how do we look?
So the budget for 2019, we'll present it to the Board of Selectmen for the first time in about a week
Okay.
from right now. We tried to concentrate that budget about all these improvements
Yes.
to our existing resources. Of course, there's going to be a couple hiccups, like there always is. We have to make a tough decision on what to do about fire headquarters.
Yeah.
It is in worse shape than we thought. Of course, it's an older building.
Right.
It was a rehab building. I think it was like a bus function years and years ago. It was built in the 70s.
Yeah.
We would need to invest a couple $1 million into headquarters. It's not handicap accessible.
Yeah.
It's not in a prime location. I think there is interest in possibilities of us to at least look at and brainstorm and debate whether the old water barn is a good location for fire headquarters. It's a little smaller landmass than we would like, but it has some options that could make sense.
Absolutely.
Response times, the actual location of it, putting a light in there, the fact that south part of town is growing. Even though it's a little further away from where it is now, it could really work. And there are some downsides to it as well, and that's something that the board needs to debate. We'll start to hear about those things in the upcoming budget.
Okay, so it never stops and it never ends.
Oh, that's what we love about
That's
Plymouth,
right.
though.
That's right. Thank you very much.
That's
we'll have
it?
you on
We're
again.
done?
We're
Okay.
done. We're done.